Good morning. I'm meteorologist Kevin Smith, here again at the National Weather Service in Pocatello with your weather hazard briefing for Tuesday, March 28th. Went with a little more of a upbeat, chipper, sunshine-oriented photo here for our cover on our briefing yet again. We worked really hard here at the weather office yesterday and overnight, and we think we've pulled off a second-day break here for most of you across Southeast Idaho. Let's talk about that trend in the models here as we advance forward to our key points. So the onset of our next storm system is looking delayed. We've seen this trend going on for a while now in our computer models and all of our guidance that we look at. Organized rain and snow shower activity with our next approaching system may not really begin. We're talking organized, more continuous activity, may not really begin until Wednesday morning now, in portions of the eastern Magic Valley and portions of the Central Mountains, and possibly not until Wednesday afternoon further east, particularly as you get east of I-15. That's not to say we won't see a few light snow showers starting to creep in today and tonight into western portions of the Central Mountains, maybe the Wood River Valley, maybe down toward Burley and Oakley. But for the most part, it's really looking delayed, the onset of the more organized, widespread rain and snow with this system. So day two of a break, even though it'll be cloudy, be a few breaks of sun out there, but day two of low impact weather for most of you across Southeast Idaho as we see this trend continue in our guidance. Now, Wednesday and Thursday still look like the brunt. Rain and snow will be pretty widespread across the region. We're going to see a mix on Wednesday with snow levels coming on down to valley floors again Wednesday night into Thursday as temperatures cool just a little bit. So it's going to be a really messy system, unfortunately. Down low, we're going to need to watch for some localized ponding of water, maybe some localized flooding, because we will see that active rainfall at the lower elevations, particularly Wednesday, plus some melting snow with temperatures warming into the 40s for some locations. I'll show you that here in just a moment. Watching for slick travel. After all, it is still somewhat wintry here in Idaho, although we're getting into late March. Slick travel conditions are likely across most mountain regions, both Wednesday and Thursday. That'll include the passes and some of the highways even outside the passes. And then by Thursday, as those snow levels come back down, we may see some slick spots right down into the valley floors and the Snake Plain too, anywhere we see some active snowfall. Not looking at death and destruction here for most places. This is going to be a late season, messy, kind of moderate long duration winter storm. Certainly going to bring some more snowpack and water to the mountains. Going to continue to load that up. But we're not looking at, massive shutdowns to commerce or anything like that with this system. It just doesn't have that flavor to it. We'll see some snow showers lingering into Friday, especially east of I-15. Not much of a break though. And another one comes marching on into the northern Rockies during the Saturday, Sunday, and Monday timeframe. This will be another mixed rain and snow system based on elevation. So active, cool, wet weather pattern continues here for at least the next 7 days. Weather risk outlook here for the first 5 days of those 7 days. Again, pretty quiet today. Maybe a few snow showers sneaking into the South Hills region. A little bit breezy there into the eastern Magic Valley and Cassia County as well. Maybe a few snow showers, generally light activity getting up into portions of the Central Mountains and the Wood River Valley. We're hard-pressed to find really any weather guidance here among all the different things that we look at that's generating more than a dusting to an inch or two of snowfall up in these areas right through about sunrise on Wednesday. So I think this is going to be a pretty low impact day out there. Again, as always, if you do travel and you encounter roadways where there's been some snow shower activity and there's any snow to contend with, just please slow down and be safe. Wednesday, Thursday, here comes the brunt. Lots of rain mixing in here at lower elevations, even into some of the valleys in the northeast and southeast highlands, east of I-15. I mean, Ashton may even rain. Driggs may get close to a rain-snow mix, particularly on Wednesday afternoon. But we cut that back to really just the eastern Magic Valley on Thursday for a mix of rain and snow. Snow everywhere else. We got some moderate impacts in here. We will see some slick roadways, particularly across our mountain regions. We're going to linger. We're going to get a little lower impact, but linger some of the snow shower activity on Friday, particularly here in the eastern highlands. As you get generally east of the I-15 corridor. It's going to be the last place to shut down some of the steadier snowfall here during the day on Friday, and then not much of a break. And we see Saturday already arriving with our next system, with rain mixing in at the lower elevations and snow for the rest of southeast Idaho. Lots of mid-level clouds streaming in this morning here on the satellite loop. That low pressure system, our next storm system, pretty organized here, starting to approach the Pacific coast. It's sending moisture inland here over portions of Oregon and California. It's streaming some cloud cover in, but this moisture is just going to have to fight and fight and fight to get eastward, to get over the Sawtooth Mountains, for example, and really get into our area. Again, we're seeing a delay in the onset of that steadier activity. I'm going to time that out for you here in just a sec. Watches, warnings, and advisories. We did initiate a winter weather advisory that actually was supposed to kick in this morning here in the Sawtooths, the Stanley area, the Sun Valley region, over to Copper Basin. But because of everything I just discussed, we've actually pushed the start time of this winter weather advisory off until 6 a.m. Wednesday. So you're clear today, other than a few light snow showers. Just watch out for a slick spot or two. But again, more meaningful moisture, better accumulating snowfall starting Wednesday morning now here in the Central Mountains. And we do expect we will need to issue some additional alerts of some sort, probably winter weather advisories across many of our mountain zones here across the region over the next 12 to 24 hours as we pin down the start and end times and refine our accumulation forecast. Low temperatures this morning, bundle up. It's still cold out there, particularly down in Bear Lake. We've seen some below zero readings here the last couple of days, and actually Driggs has overperformed a little bit. Last I checked, they were near zero or just below zero early this morning, but generally quite cold, even 20s here from the Eastern Magic Valley east of Pocatello, so do keep that in mind as you head out. But our warming trend will start to be felt a little bit better today with our high temperatures. You can see readings getting up into the 30s and some 40s coming in across the Eastern Magic Valley, 45 to Minidoka and 40 to American Falls, 40 to Blackfoot, 38, sorry, Idaho Falls, not quite as warm up your way with these temperatures today. As we often do, let's talk about that onset. This is kind of one of our big messages here in the forecast. It's certainly something that's changed here compared to what we were looking at a day or two ago. This is, again, just one of the many different computer models we look at. Don't get too bogged down with exact specifics here. You know, if you see a little echo right over Sun Valley or a little rain shower right over Boise, the model isn't necessarily that good, and other models may disagree with that. We're just looking for the general flavor and trends here. So 6 a.m. this morning, we're going to advance hour by hour here, trying to come in maybe a few by 8 a.m., maybe a shower or two in the Central Mountains, but 9, 10, 11, not convincing. 1, not convincing. Afternoon, not convincing. We're not seeing a lot of moisture work east. Here's some more showers by 6 p.m. this evening, trying to come over the Sawtooths into the Central Mountains, but 7, 8, advancing forward this evening. It's not making it. Again, we're not seeing strong signals here. Even here's midnight tonight of any organized, long-lasting precipitation moving in today. So take it as a break for most areas. Now, 1, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Here's some more organization now to the precipitation coming in across Boise, starting to approach the crest of the Sawtooths. And by 5 a.m. and then 6 a.m., this is when our winter weather advisory now kicks in. 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. Wednesday can see much more widespread rain and snow now on our doorstep, starting to work into the Central Mountains, possibly into the Eastern Magic Valley. And here is now where we expect the kickoff, with this precipitation overspreading the rest of the region from west to east over the course of Wednesday morning into early Wednesday afternoon. And we'll be in business for our next storm system at that point. Here's another broad look at storm total accumulations that we're expecting here over a pretty long period. This technically is valid from 6 a.m. Wednesday, about 48 hours to 6 a.m. Friday. This is going to be the brunt of the storm. Again, Wednesday, Thursday, the 2 days being the brunt of the storm. There's a little bit of snow maybe not accounted for in this graphic over here in the east, because we will see some of those snow showers linger into Friday, so we may see an additional inch or two. But in general, for the brunt of the system, this is what we're expecting. Anywhere you see blue shading of any color, that's below 6 inches, and you can see pretty low amounts here coming in from the Eastern Magic Valley. I mean, we're going to mix rain right up the corridor here into Rexburg and Ashton, particularly on Wednesday, and that's going to cut into totals quite a bit. But generally a light coating to maybe an inch or two below about 5,500 feet, particularly in the Snake Plain and some of the adjacent valleys. Anywhere you get to yellow or orange, we're looking at 6 inches or more, and you can see all of our mountain ranges from the Central Mountains up into Island Park, wrapping down through the southern and eastern highlands. We're going to continue to build that higher elevation snowpack in the mountains. May see some decent activity here in the Wood River Valley, closer to 4 to 6 inches south. But as you head up, particularly Haley northward, we may see more on the order of 6 to 10, 6 to 12 inches out of this storm. Watch the roofs up there. Myself and a couple other meteorologists from our office were just up there the other day doing some training in Sun Valley. And man, there is a lot of snow from our recent events up on roofs of houses up there. So just be cognizant. We're going to continue to add to that and load up that snowpack here with this event. 6 to 8 inches in Stanley, but higher amounts in the mountains up there. So again, watch out for slick road conditions, particularly as you head into the mountains. Here's those temperatures on Wednesday here over on the left, and this is why we're mixing the rain in. 43 for Twin Falls, 46 for Burley, 43 all the way up to Idaho Falls, 41 up to Ashton, possibly 40 into Island Park. That's pretty impressive penetration there. Those warmer temperatures coming up the plain. 43 in Driggs. Anywhere you see 40 or better, it's a pretty sure shot we're going to at least mix in some rain with the snow, particularly during the afternoon and evening hours Wednesday. Anywhere you stay in the 30s, even 37, 38 in the Wood River Valley, I mean, those are the absolute warmest temperatures we're expecting. There's going to be plenty of period here where temperatures are lower than that. Anytime we have active precipitation occurring as well, that tends to cool things by a degree or two. I think it's going to be predominantly snow, but it'll be close as you get into the southern Wood River Valley. Over here on the right, Thursday's temperatures, we shave just a few degrees off. And for most of you, that's going to be enough. We're going to see snow levels return to valley floors, chance of some slick road conditions just about everywhere, depending on where the best organized snow showers are at any given moment. May still be able to mix in some rain for a portion of the day, Thursday afternoon in particular here into Jerome and Burley, but generally snow outside of that. So again, messy system, unfortunately, but continue to build that high elevation snowpack. And as long as we just be mindful of the slick road conditions, not going to be the worst thing that we've seen here this season. That's it for your briefing. As always, questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to us here at the office. We're here 24/7. Enjoy your day 2 break here for Thursday, and stay tuned as we continue to refine the forecast. Everybody have a great day.